What is up, guys? Sports back here on another video, and I want to start a new series, I guess you could say, where I talk about all the big free agency moves for teams and like free agency overview. So getting into it now, I think it's appropriate for me to start talking about this. I didn't want to really upload a video these past two days because I didn't want to talk about something and then a big move happens. Like, for example, in my previous video, I was talking about not the previous, but the previous video before that, I was talking about Kemba to the Celtics and Jimmy Butler getting traded, and then D'Angelo Russell got traded to the Warriors. I mean, like, nobody expected that. So I just wanted to wait, but free agency has seemed to slow down. I mean, we're still waiting for the decision of Kawhi Leonard and DeMarcus Cousins. You guys are worried about that, but let's get into it. So I'm just going to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers in this video and their moves, so to say. So getting into it, they lost Jimmy Butler, obviously, and then they gained back Josh Richardson and Al Horford. So talking about those moves, I mean, getting a trade-off of Josh Richardson for Jimmy Butler was a great move. I mean, more than likely, I thought the whole time Jimmy Butler was going to leave. I just thought from his vibe and how he is on the team and what the team does with him, how they play him, I just thought it would be best for him to leave. I didn't think Miami was always, a team, because I didn't expect him to complete a sign and trade, but I thought Miami was always in the running because I believe he wanted to go to Miami before too. Excuse me, hold on. He wanted to go to Miami like not like two free agencies ago, before he when he like resigned with the Timberwolves, not resigned, but when he got traded to the Timberwolves. I'm pretty sure he wanted to get traded to the Miami Heat. So that didn't happen. So he got traded this year, and you getting back Josh Richardson, who's a great 3-and-D guy, on a cheap deal. He was only making I think $10 or $11 million per year. He's relatively young. I believe he's like 20. What is he? 25 or 26? One or the other. So he fits the timeline of your team. But all in all, great trade-off. He should help you in the catch and shoot situations. I mean, he shot 38% on the catch and shoot this past season. A guy who can also rebound for his size. He was first team all defense 2 seasons ago before he was injured this year. So if he can get back to that form, a great pickup. He can be an even better Robert Covington for you guys. So there's that. Moving on to the Al Horford signing. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on this signing now. Before, I was like, okay, great signing. You're getting a veteran guy who's a great leader, who can do everything. But now that I think about it, Al Horford is 33, and you gave him a 4-year deal. So when he's 37, he's going to be making $25 million. That could probably hamper how you guys do in free agency, or maybe you can complete a sign and trade, because that seems to be the new trend now. But I mean, Al Horford's still a good player, but it's just a matter of how much of a good player is he. How much more can he give you? How much more can he give you? Me personally, I don't think he can give you a lot still. I think he's still going to be that 10, 11 point per game guy, 6-5 rebounds, 3 or 4 assists, and the blocks and the steals. Thinking he's going to be an everything guy, but I think more than likely he's going to come off the bench. I don't see him starting. I don't see you guys giving him that 35 minutes a game type thing. I think he's coming off the bench 25, or 20 to 25 minutes per game, and I think that's a perfect role for him. He can be that facilitator / leader off the bench. And I mean, yeah. But moving on, there's just one thing that's bothering me really that I want to talk about really quickly, and that's the Tobias Harris deal. Now, there's a lot of teams out there that go out there and they give their young guys or their big free agents max contracts, and I'm just not a fan of that personally. I'm sorry. I'm all for people, getting their money, like Chris Middleton, what he's come from since he's came into the league. I think he was a late second round pick to the Detroit Pistons. He was in the G League a lot. He was just a throw-in in that Brandon Jennings trade, and then he's worked his way up and has been great for the Milwaukee Bucks. They had to max him out just because of everything he did. But let's be honest here. From an owner's standpoint, are you okay with giving a guy like... let's get off the Chris Middleton top. Are you okay with giving a guy like Tobias Harris 5-year, $180 million? I mean, what has Tobias done in his career? He's never made an All-Star game. Has he made an All-NBA team? I don't think so. What has he done? He hasn't really done anything. He's been traded a lot, which has been weird. Since the start of his career, he's always been traded. He was I think he was a part of that Bucks and Pistons trade for Brandon Jennings. I'm pretty sure he was a part of that trade. But it's just weird to me. I don't know. I don't understand it. If you look at his accolades, it's nothing. It's all college. He hasn't done anything in the NBA to tell me that he's ready for a max contract. But then again, I mean, it's not like you could have just let him walk for nothing. So it's kind of understandable. But still, you're going to be paying Tobias Harris, who has literally done nothing in this league. Nothing. Yes, he has been a great player as of late. But I mean, still, man, he hasn't really done anything. And that's the funny thing to me. His past couple of seasons have been okay, but he's always traded. Started off in Milwaukee, traded to Orlando, traded to Detroit, back to Orlando, excuse me, traded back to Detroit, then to the Clippers, now to Philly. You know, it's weird. It's a crazy career he's had, but I mean, it's good for him to go get that bag, I guess. You know, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the contract at all. You know, I don't think it'll come back to bite them because I think he'll still, you know, have this trajectory. But I don't know. He's not. I don't know. He's just. It's weird. It's weird. I can't really put my finger on it, but you know, weird contract. But moving on now. Let's talk about what this does for the team as a whole. Let's talk about the good and the bad. Starting off the bad. Now, the team has made all these trades, all these signings, and I still don't think they're championship contenders. I mean, if you look at the East, teams like the Bucks are better than them. The Raptors, if Kawhi resigns, are better than them. I mean, the Pacers, you could even say, have a better team than them. Maybe they have a better chance at. I don't know if they have a better chance at winning a championship because the Pacers could start off bad in the beginning of the season since Victor Oladipo's out, but that team can definitely compete with them. The Nets still when KD comes back, or even probably this year with Kyrie. So there's that. But my main reason why I believe this team will probably never win a championship is just the way it's constructed. I mean, first off, with Ben Simmons as your starting point guard, you probably won't ever win anything in this NBA because if you can't have a guy a point guard at that, who can at least shoot the ball. And it's not like, oh, you know, maybe he's like a 30 point per game, you know, shooter, 20. He doesn't shoot. He is a 0% type of guy from the three. That's bad. You will never win a championship with your point guard like that. If you want to win a championship, your point guard needs to be able to facilitate well and shoot the ball when need be, or be an exceptional shot off the dribble type guy like a Kyrie Irving or a Stephen Curry or Kemba Walker or a Damian Lillard. They don't have that. They have Ben Simmons who's a great passer, yeah. Rebounds, I mean, he's 6'8", 6'9" point guard. He's expected to get those rebounds. And those points when he's bullying the point guards in the paint, yeah. But how this team is constructed, you have to either trade Ben Simmons, or trade Joel Embiid, because these two won't work out together. Their games are complete opposites of each other. They don't complement each other at all. I mean, to have Ben Simmons at his full power, you're gonna need to surround him with shooters. I mean, if you look at the team currently, Tobias Harris didn't shoot well from three when he went to when he got traded. He shot 32% from three in the final 40 games with the Sixers, and then in the semifinals he shot horrible. He shot like 20-something% from three. So there's that. And then, I mean, Josh Richardson, yeah, he should help. Al Horford isn't a knockdown shooter, you know? So I guess your best shooter right now is probably Josh Richardson. And then, looking at it from Joel Embiid's standpoint, Joel Embiid is just going to get less touches in the paint. I mean, not less touches, but it's just going to affect him how he plays in the post, because now teams can double team him. The point guard from the opposing team can double team because Ben Simmons can't shoot. So it's not like, oh, I need to be glued to again Ben Simmons at the three-point line. No, I can go and double team Joel Embiid and prevent him from doing something. So it'll hamper them, but I mean, they're still going to get their stats up. They're still exceptional players, but I just think both of them can't coexist on a team. I think one of them definitely needs to be traded if you're looking to have championship aspirations. But, I mean, looking at the good from it, I mean, this team is still going to be playoff contenders 100%. And you never know. Maybe something like, I'm trying to think. I don't know if it'll happen now, but maybe they get lucky in the seeding and they don't have to play a team like the Trailblazers. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they make it to the Western Conference Finals because they have to play not nobodies, but they don't have to play any good teams to the Western Conference Finals. Maybe they don't see the Bucks or the Raptors until the Western Conference Finals. So that's something that could definitely, help them out in their championship. And then, maybe they get on a hot streak and go out and, be great. But I don't know. I'm really iffy on this team. This team, the way it's constructed is weird. I didn't even get to discuss the bench in this video. Their bench is horrible. They don't have a guard really on the bench. They don't have a guard at all. I mean, who's their guard? Zaire Smith? Oh my goodness. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have to pay Al Horford off the bench, and then you're definitely gonna have to go out and sign some guys to the league mint. Never mind. But I was gonna say maybe you even trade for Goran Dragic, but I don't know how that worked. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a W. I mean, you got some big free agents, so I mean that's great for you. But I don't know how much it helps your team. I don't know how much your success can go if you do have success. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If I could say one thing about the Sixers to sum this all up, they are playoff contenders. They will be great. They aren't title contenders. That's just my opinion. And yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it. But that's been it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. I will have more of these videos throughout the week. But it's So Sports, and I'm out. Peace.